Hi, and welcome back to my channel. This book review is for The Rose Girls by Jennifer Chase, and it is book number 9 in the Detective Katie Scott series. I think I might be able to give you a screenshot of all 9 books in the series thus far, and I have read each and every one of them, and it looks like by far I'm kind of going mostly with 4 stars, but there's 2 so far, including this one here that I give 5 stars to. So just a quick glance at my Goodreads account shows that I am loving this series. Now, in this book, Detective Katie Scott and her partner and I think their medical examiner go to a small town, and the town is called Coldwater Creek, to deal with a matter, and they should be returning home on the same day. However, their car breaks down and they have to stay overnight. And at least until the parts for the car come in and the small town mechanic can put the car back on the road. Well, a little bit about Katie Scott. Katie Scott is a war vet who has a dog. I will think of the dog's name, but right now I'm drawing a blank. But she's not even traveling with a dog right now. She's traveling, like I said, with her partner and the medical examiner. But she is now working in the town she lives in, and her uncle is Sheriff Scott. But in this case, because they're stuck in this neighboring town, Sheriff Scott gets a phone call from the cop in charge in this little town saying that there's a murder, but we're not equipped as a small town to handle a murder because we don't have murders here. So he says, I'm calling in a favor and asking you to see if your niece and her, partner slash team can solve this murder. So now Katie is going to be in town a little bit longer than she planned. So what happens? Well, there's a little girl. Well, I say little, but she was a 15-year-old girl, and she was found dead. It's clear that it was a case of murder, and when Katie is asked to help, she, of course, says yes. Most of the time she stays in Coldwater Creek to work on the murder, but sometimes when they needed a little bit more things, she did travel home once or twice. I remembered her dog. I'm glad I said traveled home, because as soon as I said traveled home, I thought she also got Cisco. Yes, that's her dog, her canine. He was her canine partner when she was on the battlefield, and now he's her canine partner while she is as a cop. So Katie is working on solving this murder. And the thing is, the town. I tried to picture any television show that might remind me of this particular book in the series. Why did I try to imagine a show that would tell me about this particular book? Well, it's because of the way the town's members acted. Okay, Katie is going about town trying to find out what happened to Ivy. That is the girl that was killed. But mum's the word for everybody in the town. Nobody will cooperate with Katie. Nobody. And she finds out that there's something peculiar about this town. Now, when Katie goes and digs into the case, she finds out that Ivy had 2 best friends. When she goes to one of their homes, the girls are together, and they're super vague about anything pertaining to their best friend, as almost as if they didn't even care that their best friend had been murdered. Sad to say, just a day or 2 later, they were also murdered. Why are there 3 murders in this small town where murders don't happen? Why is everybody in this town keeping a secret? Why were these girls called the Rose Girls? And who's committing these crimes? Lots of questions, huh? Lots of questions. Can you see why I gave this book 5 stars? Is there any way that you can tell? One is Katie was thrust into a situation that she was completely unaware of. Number 2 is now she has to deal with people who don't want to talk. Number 3 is her heart is bleeding for these young girls who have lost their lives. Now, there's one other thing, is there's something in these woods where these girls were found that start to make Katie see the bigger picture. And boy, does she have to work hard. She does have to work hard. And it was really, really a good, thrilling book. You know, it should have been a quick turnabout, you know, go back to, to their home. But no, you had to see what happened in this case. Now, let me tell you something about this. This is the 9th book in the series, right? And when you're reading this book, what I love, what the Booker authors excel at, is they write these books so that they can be standalone novels. Me, though, as a series fanatic, a die-hard series fanatic, I have to read it all, okay? And in most cases, when I read series, I read from the beginning to the end. There are those times when I jump in at book 2 or 3 or sometimes even book 4, but I generally usually go back and gobble up all the previous books. So I have come to know Katie. Now, I'm going to give you an example because I said this book can be done as a standalone. In this book, Katie is laser focused on finding the killer of these 3 girls. There's zero mention of her PTSD in The Rose Girls. But if you read the previous books in the series, you'll know that Katie is suffering from PTSD from her time in the war, which is why Cisco, her dog, her canine, plays, and he's a partner, he's a cop, he's a canine cop, why Cisco plays such a big role in Katie's life. So I know, because I read all the other books, that Katie has that monkey on her back of PTSD, and it affects how she feels about certain cases. But from what I could remember, I didn't see any of that side of Katie in The Rose Girls. So you can definitely read it as a standalone, but if you like the continuity that I am so addicted to, yes, I'm addicted. I am a diehard series fanatic who just has to read everything connected, then I'm letting you know. And I am checking right now on Goodreads, and I'm telling you right now, it looks to me that most of these books, I'm checking the complete series. 1, 2, yeah. I'm going to show you right now. Let me see if I can adjust my iPad. You see where it says read for free, read for free, read for free? Guess what? Time for you to get a Kindle Unlimited subscription if you don't already have one, because they're all on there. Yes. So, that's it. All I'm going to say. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.